Hi everybody, I'm Bree the Plant Lady, and today it's outrageously hot. I was just out doing some watering and I noticed that one of my big zucchini plants, oh wow, it weighs like 25 pounds, isn't doing so well, and that's because it has an infestation of this really problematic bug. And though I've been treating it with diatomaceous earth, it's not really helping. So decided to go ahead and rip it out. It was right here in this spot that's now empty. You know I have an aversion to open mulch space. So I figured I would go ahead and just plant some Coleus that rooted inside in vases. And this is really my solution in August for filling open spaces where other seasonal annuals are starting to fail as we get into the dog days. So it's a really easy process. I'm just gonna go grab some vases, get those Coleus rooted, and then, well, keep it watered. The key thing there is that my hose lives right here. So I'm gonna be able to keep this bed watered because the hose gets wrapped up, and when I turn it on, this will be the first place that I can water. This Coleus will definitely go through some very dramatic wilting phases while they get established. You know, when they root in water, they have a different kind of cellular composition to their roots, and they have to grow new roots to be able to grow in the ground. But I've been doing this for like 20 years. It is a very successful way to be able to, at no cost to yourself, fill in open spaces, make sure your garden looks great going into the long hot days of August, and then ultimately into the fall season. Just for reference, all of these clumps of Coleus were also just rooted in vases and planted out. I think these were done probably 6 weeks ago. I did these about 2 weeks ago. So you can see it takes them a little time, but once they get established, they fill in the gaps super well. So it's really interesting because this clump, you can see it's got roots, but they're small. These actually have been in vases inside my house in the air conditioning. They're the same age as this vase, which has been outside on a shady section of my back patio, and check out the root development there. Now this pot is, or this vase is bigger, but I think they actually root faster when you put them in vessels of water and keep them outside. So I'm gonna start with these. I'm gonna get them all planted here behind me, and then I'll have a bunch of empty vases so I can go around, trim more Coleus, start the process all over again, because inevitably I will have more plants that fail in the month of August, and I'll need to be able to fill those gaps up with some beautiful Coleus so that everything looks awesome for the fall open garden on Saturday, September 21st from noon to 4 p.m. Main job now is just to keep this area well watered, and because it's like over 100 degrees today, it's really awful right now. These might need to be watered more than once a day, and honestly, they will wilt, but they'll bounce back. I promise you they will. I've lost very few Coleus doing this method. Just making sure that you don't let them get bone dry is the critical component. And more Coleus that I transplanted about 3 weeks ago. These are a little drier, but you can see they are getting established, and I water these when I water all of the big pots at the fire pit. And they'll be getting watered next because we are back into hot, relatively dry, everything wilting phase of weather. Hope this quick video will serve as inspiration. And as always, thanks so much for watching, everybody. Happy gardening.